R2 Charlie 9, your transponder has failed. Do you copy? Charlie 9. Can you hear me? Charlie 9, come on back if you're there.
Michael. Wake up, Michael.
Hit.
I'm sorry, but I've encountered a possible situation.
What time is it?
It is 4:17 a.m.
Oh, bad guys ever sleep?
No, but neither do I.
Morning, party people. What's the word?
Plane disappeared.
That is 2 words, and planes don't just disappear.
This one did. Vanished like my prom date at midnight. Last contact was 4:03 this morning over the Sierras. It was on course, smooth sailing, then
Disappeared.
Houdini's handcuffs.
Copperfield's fiance.
It didn't disappear. Something obviously happened. When did Mike and Kit leave?
4:30 in the morning.
Kit wake you up again?
Yeah, and while we're on the subject, I think we need to have a little chat about boundaries.
We're approaching the latitude and longitude of the plane's last known GPS location.
Don't try and change the subject. Oh! Ow!
That would be changing the subject, Michael. I am detecting an area of extreme heat just over this hill. It could be a crash site.
Let us know what you turn up.
Let's get dirty.
I don't get dirty. Initiating transformation. Transformation complete. In approximately 200 yards, we will arrive at the heated area, and be aware, if the plane did crash here, the scene could be very disturbing. The wreckage appears to be that of a Learjet.
Contact the NTSB. Tell them we located the crash site.
I must protest, Michael.
You don't want to contact the NTSB?
I don't believe we've found the crash site.
Ha! Big smoking hole, Learjet wreckage. What am I missing here, Kit?
Satellite imagery shows that the wreckage is spread across a 97-yard radius, but a Learjet crashing at minimal speed would scatter wreckage over at least a quarter mile.
Could be an anomaly. Blast radiuses aren't exactly consistent.
True. But my analysis of the crater is registering traces of ammonium nitrate, a chemical not found in any plane, but used in explosives.
So maybe something in the plane's cargo contained ammonium nitrate.
That too is possible, but look at the tree line.
You're right, it's completely intact. This isn't the crash site.
It's probable someone disabled the plane's transponder, then relayed the GPS location to a second party on the ground, who faked the crash using explosives and discarded plane parts.
And why would someone fake a plane crash?
Isn't that what we get paid to figure out?
You get paid. Run the call numbers through your database, see what you can find.
The numbers may be incorrect, as this is not an actual crash.
If someone goes through all this trouble, they'll be the right call numbers.
Michael, vehicles have arrived and people are approaching.
Call in the location. Secure the perimeter.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice morning for a smoldering hole.
Who are you? And why are you contaminating my crash site?
I was four-wheeling and stumbled across this rather disturbing scene. Name's Michael Knight.
Agent running, DEA. You know what that means?
That I'm leaving?
Do love a man who can take a hint.
Michael, the call numbers belong to a Learjet registered to the DEA.
It was your plane, wasn't it?
Weren't you leaving?
It didn't crash here.
Excuse me?
Tree line's intact. Blast radius isn't consistent with this kind of impact, and there's ammonium nitrate all over the crater. This crash was faked, though I'm sure you would have figured that out sooner or later.
You want to tell me what you're really doing here?
You want to tell me what was on that plane?
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
I don't think she likes you, Michael.
We're into the DEA database.
Got it. Learjet departed Redland Airfield at 2:15 a.m.
3 passengers, 2 pilots, no cargo.
Both pilots and 2 of the passengers were DEA. Third passenger. Oh no.
You're kidding.
What? What is it?
Give me a line to Mike.
A kid?
Danny Clark, 10 years old.
5th grader. Won the state science fair last 2 years. An athlete, was a competitive chess player, ranked top 25 nationally before he quit because it was, and I quote, too boring.
What's a kid like that doing on a drug enforcement agency plane?
According to this, he has information about Esteban Bahia.
Who's Esteban Bahia?
Peruvian drug trafficker.
Peru. I knew they produced cocaine, but I thought all the cartels were Colombian.
They were until Bahia came on the scene. At 26 years old, he murdered 16 people on his way to gaining control of the cartel.
What, only 16?
Last year, he was responsible for 20% of all cocaine and heroin smuggled into the U.S.
Pretty serious player. Any idea what Danny had on him?
The DEA's file doesn't specify, so we're examining other avenues. You and Kit have a plan?
That plane landed somewhere. Kit and I are gonna find it.
Happy hunting.
Given the Learjet's fuel limitations, I have calculated its potential range from where the transponder failed.
Access the air traffic control computers for all the airfields in the circle. Cross-check their records with the plane's call numbers.
Cross-checking now.
Let's also get any relevant information on the pilots and agents on board.
So after coming up empty in the DEA database, we switched to the local police files.
Turns out Danny's father, Jake, was murdered by Esteban Bahia. Police files said Danny called it in from his father's house. DEA showed up a few hours later, took him into custody.
Danny probably witnessed the murder. That's why the DEA had him. They were putting him into witness protection.
So Bahia hijacked the plane to grab Danny and fake the crash to throw DEA off his trail.
I hate to be the one to say this, but if that's what happened, the kid is already dead.
Danny's parents were separated. I have an address for the mother. Maybe worth seeing what she knows.
Yeah, one of you guys go. See what you can find.
I'll go.
Okay.
Really? Okay, just like that?
You want to be the one to tell Mrs. Clark her son's missing and maybe dead? It's all you.
Right. On second thought, maybe.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
I have accessed the cell phone numbers of the DEA agents and pilots and will trace the signals. The plane's call numbers were logged at Jameson Canyon Airstrip this morning.
Is the plane still there?
It appears to be.